That's a 500 idea. A year can they call the lawyers a crown a fees and so you. Oh,
a person, but I say, can have a general crown and a fatwa now found to each other. And rather than a wasn't Papa. One of the lawyers was ready, but maybe we don't speak for his lawyers, we don't speak for himself.
But the ATN say, well, no, so at the better, say, the Facebook page, you know, me and I said it's a victory for him. But he was no candy here, no name to pay himself out of allegations of say we criminal and the here and discuss some crowd in Kenya. What you here to say?
Well, the all Canada does not the DC now the area and I'm 2 years. Does not support as a worker. First of all, the political now when you were filing the written, you could have just gone for determination, say those comments were defamatory. Yet, who call as far as $30 million. Even when the jury awarded an amount of $80 million to you, what is our pay? What's our final application for him to amount?
There was an application from ANAS.
Yes. I can share with you all the processes.
Okay.
I was having a copy for him to Munya Emano. $80 million more. Thirdly, when $80 million was some crowd by a Ken lawyer say, or we go for settlement. His lawyers even advise him. His lawyers say, Bono who advise him, or go for settlement. Don't come on, contract no more, into the Sina, Vedet, no, jury, the other court in Yantumudi. By RMP, the name from come up also say, I can't send to court to adopt it. Also, on highly applications here to scam.
When you bet 10 million, a day you bet me to Tower, New Jersey, no, and yet I get to a better do one copies of you.
I saw to be brave. Be brave. 18 goes on the whole. Even when they say we should go and set one on it.
Maybe a name was a suntia.
Okay.
If you was a dear Gunun as soon as 18 million.
As a rule, and then be about when you're 500. It's not this kind of copy. But I'm saying, say, if you look at the processes that he filed in court now, if I don't support an answer more day, or can say this kind of copy. When even the jury had awarded $18 million, you declined it. Some pay, or file a process of more than 2 months. But now you can obviously decline you in a emergency or no. You know, a loss on it. You can add this on to but marriage. As you say, what do you mean? They say 30 about 18, 80 about 500. Now, courage at the sound base. I'm going to try to far. Well, we haven't got a cock of book.
Crown said, lawyer see. So I'm here, no crown, and 250 an hour a day.
They said, a holy guy to a family or and I'm going to watch them, but would they say a horse about Papa said, which a lawyer to share agreement on way. And now you're a lawyer, no 2 clients for say, jury the award of 80 and they had their semi sequana, Talianco for settlement, you've been at any check. Now, I said, they won't pay. Now, Kwana, you could have 5 minutes. We're also a lawyer about woman and some amount. I see. Now, Lord Man Pato, what do you mamma Adibaku? Now, a friend can you come and as some a year can interview away and what kind of tree and now kind of brofu. Me, you.
Eti, a dana, ANAS to me, ma, a for no, New Jersey court no, a take a judicial notice of your car and say defamatory based on the more transcription and now a day.
Oh, certainly you do a transcription, but explaining of 5 videos in the Quorum. One quite your fire free. Who says, I mean, there is a jury, no one judges so, lawyers.
I know.
So you appeal to their motions. Over there, they say, an OSHA written up. I'm not fire free, and some of Ghana hiding. I who say, can I say, can't you say, can the movie, can the demand them, can you say, just to influence or sway of the jury. Jury, no. Anchor the subject matter, no. Anchor the subject matter. And the court will catch a jury. They said they should stick to they see US. But when you say Omu Nipa, when you give such a backgrounder, I know Pinchi can say she can be all power or influence a party listening now so Ghana ha. What they can wait to MPP party in so now so Ghana ha. Or no why I can say or bet MPP see into Mobia and MPP to we are there against MPP and or bet Kakao. I know painting is so powerful and even closer to the president Kasakwa or Kasakwa president in Kebi. Now all senators now New Jersey should be a cantonment so a elite community.
I know New Jersey pa.
Yes, good. Agyapong or into few immigrants na be omutima one say be omusika sawo in this bebre no one mu to dey say e be mobile ni wa take has here dey be omusika nyana ni bofo nti one wa dream be say escafoni bully wo nti we dey say ANAS court no all throughout the trial process or sa ka de ba kope yes paint a picture to the jury say we any more bro or Ghana
omu yi ne veil no
omu court no say woni but people also argue say na me madam for Agyapong mu na court kwame na odini kakra tare na sono no odini kakra tare na fo ntina identity ni a bit this guys kakra but the name na yodo no money but the American say or Saturday one we are the whole trial when the offer say just to let the jury know so no any more bro atade ko ntimi nya dey interview na papa no kaka na yen sa in the jury when you appeal to their emotions you can get them but when we are talking about application of the law that's what the judge has done. The $18 million was too outrageous but one ultimately play to the gallery of the jury so a smart guy but at the end of the day no judge no say a smarter and yeah acquisition
Miss New York kwaja me ba me fie ewo Queen's Albany.
Okay.
Baby aye coming to America no.
Okay.
And now Connecticut so me New Britain.
Any way a big man pa.
Oh, there be and now California. And so me Orange County. ANAS.
We a big man. We look at say you have for them food. Say same opposition.
Right. It is law any may na wase na yen senya mpama na de asie. Efutu obi wom a de be ma wiase nyina.
Oh, the American say we should first of all be slow and very reluctant in celebrating prematurely, especially to MPP for member back with the near awa ya no was your converted from NDC to MPP.
Awa.
And no be able to say a brass and never or cultural congratulations to now say the post because I internal privacy here or no I support different candidate. So that's a case of a contestant. Any aboka $18 million a day as Papa Unyas campaign. But the point is that Ken ANAS investigation be against him though. On find the video be out though. On finding of why Còurt and be sad though. Ken problem with ANAS in defense of the MPP. You know maybe say ba the best say why entry a boss. Na one here now to me casco celebrity and then buy a court no say as a man pesa a pay $500 no. But I feel say na okay fee. To be the food of a cabinet in say if somebody in the course of fighting for the party when allow the be now when your problem be in the middle and say in the way we should be very careful not to rebuke that person. In support and then court I vindicated Ken.
ANAS say on the Nipa retired call you were seeking outrageous damages of over $30 million. Ebra jury award to $18 million because it's all copy biaka.
For the sake of our viewers and in Chichimo, but that means ANAS case no defamatory comment or the a court so no abo akase megun ho fi no when we need case we lose case no.
I don't want to call it a win or lose. You see, in court, the name of the game is evidence.
Okay.
Say together in ANAS models near entrapment. And I've always maintained that ANAS is relevant because state institutions and some fight corruption has failed. Other than that, in fact, the whole fight against corruption is one individual and nowhere in the world and one individual can fight corruption. We fight corruption with state institutions. Relevant state institutions are resource so much to fight corruption. Oba DVL and our port now will be a Jubamana addressing these control tables now who got the baby video. Now we will run a commentary fast or say if I call or Yesica in unit near unit not 10 years Tamungo DVL when it's 10 years to corrupt will be a bribe or home.
Okay.
If you put data on it, you realize that Nejuma oil is not really had an impact on the fight against corruption. But we're gaining public trust every year. In most of his models mounts to entrapment. But at the end of the day, self and say, okay, question and touch way. And also, man, the boy be so on question and touch just what the video. Now, at the end of the day, say, okay, na video, no can say question or Jessica. Now, court catch us a prove what Sika no Chiama bank account to pay receipt pay no Chia. So you will not be able to link Sika Chiano to ANAS because you're not pay a bet.
Okay.
So you may not be able to prove it. Everything we say in court, because court on a standard of proof no high. So in terms of that, nobody say, oh, any defamation there was subsidy in his claims for the court to make a determination for him. One of that thing is very paramount. They say, oh, we already $30 million a court about $500. You should also know that the court does not attach any value, credibility to us and money or customer.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Na ansana ye beba baby a wadru eye den na ANAS arimi ya ANAS wotimi assume jurisdiction is omo ye Ghana for asem no ye kan bi Ghana ha na ye kan na bloke kwa na se ko mbetimi abedi no ha den wotimi assume that jurisdiction
ye dikai enchemu e se ase kaka ne say laws they are territorial and jurisdictionally bound. Indeed, a mra a Jumo Ghana Hano, a Jumo Ghana Kwa American Swa, a mra Jumo American, a Jumo American Kwa. Indeed, a Buokra, a dear bay offense for America, baby over Ghana and any offense. Even for America now, Kuna and Casemon, 50 states of America. Your baby Abacola LGBT Tomoji, your baby Omunitum. Your baby abortion legally permissible. Your baby also permissible. Your baby also abortion in Tumukra. So based on the territories of that particular jurisdiction, and one more law limited to only that place. The Muslim we will share assembly CNA. In the first place, the interviewer Honorable Ken Koye the interview only Penny Freno that the Fed. That the first show and one more interview. First of all, the interview was conducted in the US. Journalists of conducting interview no US. Interview no Kabani conducted na Honorable Kennedy Agyapong so US. That was New Jersey into which me say the third offense was committed in the soils or in the New Jersey assassin on the soils or New Jersey assassin. And on that basis, the U.S. court had every right to assume jurisdiction on it. The idea is see Ghana ha into from U.S. in Kuti. The idea is see U.S. in something for Ghana Ghana Msumidi. So it was idea na see U.S. and the U.S. court had every jurisdiction to set on it.
Oh, me da sene eye nchichima odi am yento aso e.
She said in the trial process also define certain instructions and rules and guidelines my jury when they come to the conclusion say indeed those comments Honorable can make it against ANAS and they are defamatory also Emma jury say no more informal bedesema over the time of the bar indeed almost find those comments defamatory because the standard of proof no so if you are not able to support all your claims with the overwhelming evidence. One more to say indeed those comments were defamatory, no matter how valid or true they may be. You know, one more the Tebayo. I said Eddie Kind, ANAS pay as part of the release of the court was not $30 million. Do you know $18 million for two? No one the bear quarter. Now in jury trial, the jury need to move the Teba. Therefore, intentionally, the verdict of the jury is not the same as the judgment of the court. And the jury knew the verdict before the verdict become the judgment of the court. And then the court enters same into the record of the court, and that becomes the judgment of the court.
Jury need the one bet me and make a determination of the matter. Say okay, as to how much say Jima, you know, the Pacrona or the assembly by no, but any final, just a court to determine.
Yes, also a baby and a jury make a determination. Court no say. Jury need go by the instructions of the court. One movement and problem go by the instructions of the court. In pre the jury no court no enter whatever the jury has brought in the court record. The judgment of the court. And you know, for me to let us say I'm a judgment of the court. In pre no, for me to be especially one who say instructions of the man what you say no moody so. Within this kind of circumstance, as some it became my point say instructions na judge penny to one for not say akwen mono I would the assembly but the my jury na be so the all can the lawyers a strong objection to it na someone is there and some kwa na dey mo yin na ho ntiasio chomo raise objection say baby my court na enter into the court record. So as at then we didn't have anything like a judgment of the court or a final judgment of the court. We only had a verdict of the jury because there was an objection that was raised in the court to make same into the record of the court. And the court to say someone raised the objection said jury made mistake according to instructions. The master started the whole trial for 4 days. December. But we said the lawyer the court on the strategy. What they know buy just to buy time. Later no New Jersey no. There is even a provision cry or which my filing motion be a friend motion to mold the verdict of the jury. They said they want to clean our mold it. And the jury so on the verdict you can mold it. The court can mold it. The one application must take a long way because all charge with the over New Jersey or statute on defamation. There will be a friend actual damages. There will be a friend of compensatory damages. And there will be a friend of punitive damages. Now, a bit say actual damages, for instance, say, for example, say you'll be the car bobby. That car now, they are going to the Bible some means I'm doing question. And if a corner should be able to prove to the court to say, for some means I'm on question. Not the sick as a man, but I'm managing my quiet day. I say, see, I don't know, those economic loss, if he's able to prove to the court will then add the fair. After so which economic loss in a man, then some to pay punitive damages. Now, what's the one way be a day, debut. The court of court was our catcher say, then Papa compensatory damages. Now, New Jersey law, so when to prove the actual damages and also suffer an economic loss, you are not even entitled to the punitive damages. One more so court will do to say, can lawyer as someone more can say, now sentiment don't prove anything in the area say, and for suffer an economic loss to make my oil. And Sadia now on entitled to the punitive damages also. And the crime now. So far as that defamation has been able to be established again, so say your pattern, in pattern, New Jersey law, compensatory damages do not exceed $500. And then the man court on arrival at the final decision of $500. Then on all about in Chama, a friend and that now becomes the judgment of the court.
It is important to clarify, say, the verdict of the jury is not necessarily the judgment of the court. Or jury the whole verdict also court and enter same into the court record before it becomes the judgment of the court. Now before crying sana court no ebeje atuno. Now Ken lawyers are raising an objection to jury verdict and they say Ushuma instructions are court on the my jury no. When so it's like I say the whole one more verdict over translate the buyer. Judge also I said your own trust our objection the Mukatas no more family no make it determination on it. But fast forward, you Ken lawyers file a motion here, a motion to hold the verdict of the jury, as the award of the jury. I know they say we had New Jersey, Brema. There will be a friend of punitive measures, there will be a friend of compensatory, punitive damages, there will be a friend of compensatory damages, and there will be visual and also friend of actual damages. Actual damages, my man is just simple terms. I see be a money mona, or be tried there boys here, that for the car for Baconaso. The bear was so many and I went to our measurement. He should be able to prove there was so many and I went to my phone in soon. I want a car, a man, like you mentioned, I say.
Okay.
So we'll pay actual damages to you, what we may call in law economic loss. So now, one more chair say, ANAS sentiment prove economic loss to his work. And if you are not also able to prove the actual damages or the economic loss, automatically over forfeit what we call the punitive damages. Punitive damages, they say, and there's some secure the car for the panel, so they are choaso, they're all capable choaso. And when you forfeit these two in New Jersey, the only one available to you, say, oh, anyway, they are established, say, those words were defamatory. So on that basis, the empatao, I know by be a friend of compensatory damages. The compensatory damages in a court to as say infamano. Now, over New Jersey, compensatory damages. It would be anywhere STD an amount of $500 because one more statute, put to note to a maximum threshold of $500. And a court and say, the waboka, the employers and the idea of let's compensate you, and the court and the compensation of $500 about. Say you reckon Unchiama finance. Okay. But I know money be
Oh, I see. And that means case in your cry.
Yes, I think any say hey friends hopefully for a fiat the Bia Korea.
There's from $80 million now do $500.
Yes, $80 million here, the verdict of the jury. Award number the buyer.
Okay.
The media for now reporter said the judgment has been slashed. The judgment of $80 million. No, you don't slash a judgment. Or the judgment but now you happy, you go for appeal. But this one, it is the award of the jury that has been molded. A modernized what it clay. Now what don't suffer from being an apostolic. But I say,
okay.
Then you mold it. In the court now, they said no, the jury's amount of the buy was outrageous. Now we are not to say on the Còurt. And if I worried to call you were seeking outrageous damages of over $30 million. Jury award $18 million because it's all copy.